Since we have an app that is going to be using a little bit of audio, I thought I'd touch on that. I don't normally do a whole lot with audio, but I did want to get some good sound effects for you guys. Here on the reference page, you can see that I've got a section on free sound files. You may be familiar with Bensound already. If you wanted to add a song to your My Favorite Things video I sent you here, since we can easily download songs that are royalty free from Bensound. These are two places where at school you can get sound effects. This is one free sound that's blocked at school, but you could go home and get royalty free sound effects, put them in your Google Drive, and then be able to use them here. I'm going to go to Pixabay and just do a search for some sort of sound effect. You can see that I've gone here and looked for cow. I did bubbles earlier, and so I'm just doing a search. So a lot of sound effect websites will have a button that says download, but then when you click on it, they have a bunch of ads and want you to log in, create an account. You can log in and have an account here, but when you can actually just click and download that file and it just says this is who did it, then you're in pretty good shape. You can see that there is a license here that you can read over, and you can use this content for free. As long as you are not selling it on a standalone basis, they have no problem with you using this. So our sound file automatically downloaded to our downloads folder. So if we go and look in there, you can see that I've got Happy Pop, which I didn't even listen to first. You can play them first, of course. This file name's a little bit long, and you can see that this is a 1 second long and very, very small. So let's see if we can get that to play. It's just a little pop there. But I do have this one from earlier called Bubbles, and I want to use that one. Someone had a fish, and this would make a nice sound effect. So I'm going to take this file and go to my OneDrive. See, I'm just expanding it here, so I'll be able to just drag Bubbles over to my App Inventor project folder. You always want to have your original resource here. Now, when I look at this file, you can see that this Bubbles is 39 seconds long and 770 kilobytes, which is way bigger than what we really need. It goes on for a long time with Bubbles, and it's at a very high bit rate. So very high quality here, higher than CD quality, which is 128. So we're going to shrink this down a little bit. And I'm going to show you how to do that with the free program, Audacity. This is a program that you can use and install anywhere, and it's pretty professional. It has a lot of really good tools. Now, I would like to open it with Audacity, but it doesn't really know that that is good for audio. So you could always run Audacity and then open that file, but I'm going to show you where it is if you want to make it so that you can always have it on that list. So when I say open with a program, you can see I'm going and finding where Adobe is right underneath Audacity, and here's the Audacity program. And so when I open it with that program, you can see the entire waveform. That's the graphic representation of the sound. And I can right click and open with, and now it knows, hey, that's a sound editor. So you don't want to always open it necessarily, because you may want to listen to the sound, not edit it necessarily. But let's go to Audacity and look at this waveform. I'm not sure if this will play for you, but that may be all we really need, is that first little part. We don't need it to go on and on. So I'm going to select that just by clicking and dragging, press delete on my keyboard, and now there is the sound file. You can do a whole lot more, remove background noise and amplify it and add effects to it, but this is really all we need for our app. So I'm going to now export that audio. So here's something very important. MP3s are compressed, high quality files that are great for using in an app. WAV is a lossless format, meaning it is exactly the way it was recorded, but the files are very large. But these are the two most common formats. We want an MP3 format from this. And we've got an option here for the quality. If you click on it, you'll see that you've got quite a few different numbers here, but they're all very high. So we want to do a variable, and let's see if we have more options then. So let's bring this down maybe to 65 to 105, or here it says smaller files, and that's what we're going for. So let's just choose a variable one that does smaller files, and I'm just going to call this bubbles Codi, because that's what I'm going to use it for. Adding something on there to distinguish it from the original, very important to do. And notice where it's going, the last place I exported. So let's go to our OneDrive folder. Going to desktop gives me OneDrive, and then I can get to my App Inventor project folder, and I've got Bubbles Codi that I am saving here. And you can add text information for the metadata, but we're just going to export it like that. And then when we go and compare those two, let's go to this folder. So here is the Bubbles Codi. It is now down to 15K and 5 seconds long, rather than the 771 kilobytes, 39 seconds long. So this is the one I would upload and use in the app.